And here we are for day 2 of the Ollie Cowan Nottinghamshire New Year's Congress. We have about 20 teams, which is a bit weird. We've actually got people here today who weren't here yesterday. I've seen Chris Jagger, there's Athena Chow, Jen Middleton, lots of people here who weren't playing yesterday, yet the numbers have gone down, which means there are people who just come for pairs, which is usually the other way around. Usually you get more teams than you do pairs, but I don't know why that's the case. And I also don't know why you wouldn't come, travel to a Congress and not stay for 2 days. Maybe you just prefer teams or just prefer pairs, but I'll just play bridge because bridge is good. So we're here today, this is it. There's lots and lots of people. There's Diana Nettleton as well, she wasn't here yesterday. She's playing with Matt Brown today. There's Jen. There's Magnus, the man, the king, or the soon-to-be king, maybe. Magnus is our honorary team captain. In our team of myself, Ben Norton, Magnus and Steve Root, never has his bid. So I'll introduce you to Ben and Steve if we see them later. There's Alan Hayward, and we're playing Alan in the Premier Life Masters soon. There's Abby Milne, I played with her in Peebles. Rob and Julia here somewhere. So yeah, we're going to start soon. The lovely director Phil Godfrey, he doesn't want to really be on camera, but there he is. He's a very good director. So we're going to take a seat. We're going to be table 14, which is end of this row here. There's Ben Norton, you can see him. And we'll probably be Australian Movement. I think Australian Movement has just superseded the old Swiss, where everyone moved, and now it's just the East-West that move. So the venue, if you didn't see the video from last time, you can see how nice the venue is, just as a playing area, lots of space. Feels like we could have got maybe 25 teams if everyone who played yesterday stayed, but it is what it is, and I think there's an odd number of teams actually, so there's going to be a trial. So we're not going to be in that the first round, but we might be in that in future rounds if we don't do so well. So we will do what we can today, and I'll be back soon with some hands. So there's Steve Root there. This is a teammate, this is Ben Norton. Hi Ben. And this is Magnus. He hasn't said hi yet. And Steve Root is stood there trying not to have his bid. So we just finished the first set, and it was a set full of mistakes pretty much throughout the match. There was mistakes on both tables and mistakes from most positions in most tables. So in terms of interesting decisions, there wasn't really any. There was a board where Magnus had a 50-50 guess, but at our table I'd made an action, so I'd given away the position in terms of the number of points I had, and then there was just some mistakes by people. So I'm not really going to highlight mistakes. I don't really like doing that. And weirdly, everyone's going outside. Normally I would film outside, but I'm going to film in the room because it's actually much quieter in here. There's the trophy. So for the Richard Boundary pairs that Tom Cohen and Jake Milne won yesterday. They were my teammates in Peebles, so I think they'll agree. They sometimes run hot and cold, and they ran hot yesterday, so they did well, even though they got a complete bottom in a hilarious fashion. So is there a hand? I don't think I can think of a hand. If I do, I'll insert it in the video later. But we're playing 6-8 today. Not a fan of 6-8. It's difficult. We drew the match, and because we drew the match, it's going to be difficult to win the event. And I don't always go with the intention of winning an event, but when I've got a team that's capable of winning, it's nice to be in contention for the longer part of the day that I can. And when you play 6-8, if we'd have lost the first match, we were almost out of contention, almost. So if we have a loss now, we can't win the event. And it's not all about winning. I do enjoy it. I did have one. We played a good pair here, and I overcalled really light against the strong no trump, and ended up making the game. My partner has to put me in because my partner's got a good hand. I did not, and they defended in a way where they played for a very unlikely line because they assumed I must have all the missing points, and I didn't. I had an 8 count to come in over a strong no trump, so that was a bit lucky, but I think that's more lucky than good necessarily. if playing against a weaker player, they probably wouldn't have kind of gone gung-ho to beat me with an unlikely layout. They'd have just kind of played safe and I'd have drifted off, so I was a bit lucky there. Oh, assignment to match 2, and now up says Mr. Godfrey, so we're going to sit down for match 2. We will just sit at the same table all day. I've got a little quiff here. I need to get rid of. Can't seem to get rid of that quiff. I did wash my hair this morning, but it kind of popped up over my ears, and now it won't lie down. So I'm going to have a bit of chocolate, and we're going to be back for match 2. So we are 2 matches down. It's very noisy in there. 2 matches down, and we won that one. I actually don't know how much by. We won by about 15 or 20 imps or something. We had a pretty good card at our table. The only imp we actually lost was a board where I got triple squeezed. We managed to discard in such a way that they didn't capitalise on it, and our teammates just took some finesses that were wrong. Oh, okay. So that was really lost an imp. We had this board. I'm going to give you Ben's hand, and this is just. It's not really that. There was a couple actually. I'll give you 2. I'll see. You might see me talking a bit in the same position as I'm stood now in a second. So this is Ben's hand. He has something like Jack X, Ace to 4, King to 4, Ace Doubleton, something like that. I'm missing a card. Maybe he's got 5 diamonds. And you hear your partner open a first in week 2 spades favourable. Now, normally, if you've watched me in a lot of videos, this could be anything, but Ben and I have said we're going to be playing a bit sounder, and our agreement is going to be rarely 5. So partner's got likely 6 spades, but you don't know how bad he's going to be because he is first in favourable. This goes pass, and you pass, and the next hand does a take-out double. Your partner passes this, and on your right, they bid Lebensol, 2 no trumps. Now, if they reside in 3 of a red suit, yeah, they're not really well placed, are they? If they reside in 3 diamonds, especially, or even 3 hearts, if partner's got a moderate week 2, you know they've probably done the wrong thing coming in here. You've got not quite the best hand at the table. The double is more likely to have a better hand than you, but you know the hand on your right is going to have very little. Give partner a random 7 count. They've come in with half the points in the deck, vulnerable at the 3 level, and you know the hand on your right's weak. So what you should do is double this, and Ben did. Ben doubled 2 no trumps. And what he's saying, I want to defend and I've got some values. Now obviously 2 ends probably not making. You can just lead the Jack of Spades. The fact that you've got the Jack of Spades means that there's no risk of them just kind of sitting in 2 no trumps. So you can lead the Jack of Spades, and you've got the red suits covered, and partner hopefully has like a club entry and some spade tricks or something like that. So there's no risk to kind of doubling into game by doubling 2N and it having going pass, I don't think. And if it does make, and 2N does get double and pass, you blame partner for not having his 2 spade bid. But what you're doing is you're allowing partner to double 3 clubs for penalties. So if they sign off in 3 clubs and partner's able to double it, for example, partner might be 6 spades, 4 clubs, or something of that magnitude, partner can double 3 clubs, and now they've got nowhere to run. You see, you've got the red suits covered. If you double and partner can double 3 clubs, you know partner's happy to defend, and you can catch them whichever red suit they run to if they don't. So I think it's a really good bid, double. It just keeps options open, and it's risk-free, sort of. And when it went double, they bid 3 clubs because they've been asked to, because it's Lebensol. And partner doubled 3 clubs. Brilliant. So you're going to be defending 3 clubs doubled, but the hand on you right now bid 3 hearts. Now, because partner's doubled 3 clubs, they haven't just got a pile of rubbish for their 2 spade bid. They're going to have clubs or some values or some defence to this. And it allows you now to double 3 hearts with confidence. You double 3 hearts. Actually, Ben doubled it and he led a small chump. Hi, Claire. Ben doubled it, led a small chump, and we got 500, so that was pretty good. We are 3 matches down, although we were the first to finish. So we're walking out. We played the lovely Hannah Toos and Alan Hayward. And I think we've got a good card. This is a hand. I didn't quite know where I was going, but my partner made a wonderful bid that took away any decisions for me. This is my hand. I say any decisions. I then did something potentially very risky, and my partner will nod Yes, nod, he will nod, yes. And he's probably right. So anyway, so this is your hand. You've got singleton, ace, king, 10 to 7, singleton, king, 4th, and partner opens 1 club. Well, you've got clubs, but you've also got 7 hearts. So you respond 1 heart, and partner bids 1 spade. Now, we haven't actually discussed it, but I'm pretty sure this should be unbalanced. Is Ben nodding?
Yes.
It should be unbalanced. Oh, can I have this, please? And so partner is unbalanced with 5 clubs and 4 spades, and I think with 4-4 in the minors he'd open a diamond. So I know he's got 5 clubs, so I know I've got a club fit. Go on, thank you. Cheers. And so, opposite a club fit, I know I'm going to game force here, but I'm a bit too good to bid 4 hearts. Like, partner's moderately unlimited. So I decided to 4th suit force, and my aim is to 4th suit force, see what he does, and either make a forcing raising clubs if partner shows like 5 or 6 clubs. I mean, I know he's got 5 clubs anyway, but if partner kind of just repeats his clubs, I'll just raise them. Or if partner supports like partially hearts or does something else, I might just insist on hearts by only 3 hearts and seeing. So I hadn't quite decided where to go with this, but over 2 diamonds, 2 wonderful things happened. I'll come back for some dessert later. 2 wonderful things happened over 2 diamonds. 1, my left-hand opponent doubled, so I know my partner's values are outside diamonds, or at least not concentrated in diamonds. And then partner over 2 diamonds doubled, jumped to 3 hearts, which I imagine is the perfect, like non-minimum 4 spades, 3 hearts, 1 diamond and 5 clubs, or something of the like. Maybe he's got avoid diamond and 6 clubs, although he could have splintered with that maybe. Oh, he can't splinter, I guess. I don't know. What would 4 diamonds be over 2 diamonds double?
Interesting.
Undiscussed.
A very strange hand type. Probably be
Specifically 4-3-0-6?
with 18 or something.
Yeah, something. It doesn't exist. But anyway, partner jumped to 3 hearts, which is really good because look at my hand now. I know partner's got 5 clubs. Partner's got 3 hearts, a singleton diamond. So all partners, like good 14 to unlimited points are going to be outside of diamonds. So what a great bid. On our way to slam. So I bid 4N. And then he starts thinking. And I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, okay. 4N should probably be quantitative, I think. Probably. Because I've got to have a diamond control for bidding 4N anyway. And so if I have a diamond control, I've always got a 4 diamond cube bid to agree hearts. And anything else, like the problem is, I've got a lot of my bids just set trumps. So 3 spades sets spades as trumps. 4 clubs sets clubs as trumps. But 4 diamonds does exist. So if I were to game force with hearts or slam try with hearts, I can bid 4 diamonds. And so when I jump to 4N here, this must be like a balanced 17 count with a good diamond stop sort of thing. He thinks and he thinks and he thinks, oh my God, he's going to pass it, he could pass this, he could pass this. But thankfully, I think you've probably got an accept over a quant, haven't you? You could be worse than you are, I think so.
You could have about 16 or so.
Yeah, but you've got ace, queen, jack, I think, in his suits. And anyway, yeah, so...
The problem was opposite to sort of 3-4-4-2 with... I had no spots in my suits, so if we didn't have a fit...
So he thought about passing, he thought could it be quantitative, and then he hedged his bets and he thought, well, probably should be, but I'm going to shrug, I'll accept anyway. If it goes off, at least we're not in 4N. If 6 hearts goes off or something, we're not in 4N drifting 3 off because we've got a diamond stop. And so we got to a combined 26.6 hearts. They didn't lead a diamond. We made 7. So good bid by Ben. I mean, we're in a game forcing situation, but jumping to 3 hearts obviously needs to be this sort of hand just so that you can get to slam when you, because obviously when you game force, one of the problems with game forcing is you sometimes struggle to show your strength. You game force at a low level, you spend a lot of the time finding your fit, and then no one actually shows how good they are, other than the fact that you're both game forcing. So when I game force, Ben says, okay, I'm better than I could be, and I've got this perfect shape for you. So we were lucky there that he didn't pass 4N, although he maybe should just shrug and accept anyway because it's borderline, I think. If I've got either black king, it's probably, Yeah, and if I haven't got either black king, what have I got? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're probably only going to see this if I need some content, but this is a board where we win because, for a couple of reasons, we're playing a clearer leading system than our opponents, I think. And I say clearer. Ben doesn't seem to like it, but he's grudgingly playing it. I'm just going to show. I'm going to show you it from. I don't know whose position to give you, actually. I'm just going to show you the whole hand and just talk about what that's the case. So you're, I'm going to put you as West, but you can see the whole hand. You're defending 3 no trumps, and the bidding has gone club on your left by dummy, diamond by south, 1 spade by north, 1 no trump by south, and north just bids 3 no trumps. So you know north's got a good hand with 5 clubs and 4 hearts, and in this day and age, people, if they had a weak hand with diamonds and hearts, would respond to hearts. So you know that declarer, the person who bid a no trump, probably hasn't got 4 hearts. So you know partner's got heart length there. So a heart leader stands out like a mile. And what would you lead with your partner from this holding, from 10, 9, 8 small? I'm a big believer that the 10 isn't an honour. I like attitude leads, and so from 4 small to the 10, I don't really want to lead that. So from 4 to the 10, we lead second. But the argument I have with some people, from 10, 9 to 4, even though we lead second highest from 10 high suits, they seem to think that you should still lead the 10 from this holding, and I don't. So if you were playing with me, or I was making you play this, you would lead the 9 here. And what that would do... Okay, what that would do, it would tell partner that you've got probably 10, 9 to 4, or 10, 9 to 3, or 10, 9 to 5. You don't know how many, but you've got length, but no higher honour. So when you lead the 10 in our system, in my system, when you lead the 10, it promises the 9 and a higher honour, so like the Queen, King or 8. So in this particular case, if it went 9 of hearts, small, King, small, 4 of hearts back, original 4th highest, Jack, small, Ace, you now, both people know, in our system, both people know, defenders know, that declarer sells the Queen of Hearts. So they wouldn't necessarily play another heart if they're trying to keep declarer out of their hand. If you lead the 10 of hearts from this holding and Queen 10, 9, you don't actually know now. If you've got Queen 10, 9 to 5, if you lead the 10 and then play a small heart in the second heart, East doesn't know where the Queen is. Now West knows where the Queen is because the trick 1 went to the King, but East doesn't know. And so now if you can lose the first club to East, East might play another heart, and now you get another entry to the south hand to play a second club and pick the clubs up. And the other interesting thing, it relies on the club suit on this particular hand. When declarer plays the 8 of clubs towards dummy, which club should you play with King 10x? If you think declarer hasn't got many entries to the hand, what you should possibly do is put the King in. It might give declarer a losing option. Declarer might try and get back to the hand to play 1 to the Jack and finesse into their partner's Queen, and then your 10 makes later. They might duck the King, thinking that you might have to give them an entry, and now partner's Queen's going to make. So there are several ways to get 2 club tricks with this holding, and most of them involve either declarer not having another entry, so if you play our leading methods you'd know not to play another heart, or inserting the King of Clubs on the first club, because if declarer is short on entries to their hand, they might just gamble and lead clubs off the table. Now your partner with the Queen of Clubs should know this is a possibility. When if I'm the person with the Queen of Clubs and my partner flies in with the King of Clubs on the first club, I'm going to be playing them for King 10 tight or King 10x. Okay, as in the holdings where you're trying to give declarer a losing option, because if the 8 of clubs is run to the Queen, there's no real losing option there. Either declarer's got another entry and the clubs are coming in, or declarer hasn't and your partner's got a club trick, effectively. So interesting there. Talk about your partner, what you lead. I'm not saying everyone should lead the 9 from 10, 9 to 4, but this weekend has been a weekend of hands that demonstrate why certain methods are good or certain methods are bad, and this is one that demonstrates the leads I like to make are good, although most people don't do what I do. So going into that round we were second, and I think we've got some good positions. Our partner's frowning at me for showing my shape on one of the boards, but it might not matter. I think we've got a good board anyway, at least against par we're above par. You hold this hand, which is a different board in this set. Ace, Queen, 10 fifth, 2 low, Ace, 10 fourth, 2 low, something like that. And you're playing with Ben Norton. He's a bit of a boomer, so you can't open this. I pass. I'm not sure I'd open it anyway, but you're close to it. Like if I was 5-5, I'd open, or 6-4, I'd open. So I'm like a card shot, or even a point shot. I think if I had a jack in one of my suits, like a jack of diamonds or something, I'd probably open as well. So I pass, they go strong on a trump on my left, pass some partner, 3 and a trumps on my right. They didn't do Stamen, so they haven't got much in the majors, and they might be bidding this on a long minor. And I started thinking, and I'm like, okay, as soon as I start thinking, I'm just going to double, because what I don't want to do is think and pass, and then partner's obligated not to lead a spade now. So I'm going to double, and what double says is usually, depending on agreement, it's usually either lead your shortest major or lead a spade. And in either case, I'm just going to go, well, is this going to go off if partner leads a heart? Almost certainly not. It does, but double says lead a spade, and if the jack of spades is in dummy, or the king of spades is in dummy, or partner's got the king of spades, or the jack of spades, or something, or spades, declare a spades are 2-2, or he's open a no chip on a stiff king of spades. There are so many holdings where you need a spade lead at trick 1 before your ace of diamonds is knocked out, and they can maybe hold up the spade 2 or something like that. Because you're playing teams. Now, I wouldn't do it at match points. It's basically top or bottom bridge at match points, but at teams, it's making a one-off. And what you're trying to do is help your partner to the lead that beats it. There's no reason that the hand that's bid 3N is limited. The hand that's bid 3N could have a full-blooded like 12 count or something, but with minor suit values. And all you need partner to have is the jack of spades, and then not to have 9 tricks, or just the king of spades in dummy. If partner has the jack of spades and manages to lead it, which I imagine they would with like jack X, or even jack third, maybe they lead the jack of spades, and do that. So the full hand's there. It worked wonders in the partner leads a spade. They don't have a second spade stop, so I clear my spade and I wait for my diamond, and partner's also got an ace. So we actually took it 2 off. If partner leads a heart, sadly, it goes, how many off does it go? Did you work it out? Partner works out as 3 off. But when I double, should partner lead a heart? Probably not. I'm too often going to be doubling 3N because I've got a stiff or void heart or something, and I'm worried that he needs to find the right lead to beat it. So I don't think he should lead a heart once I double. I think he should trust me and lead a spade. If I don't double, he leads a heart, and we get 150. We got 300, so this should be decent. So we're going into the last match. We won that one by 14 imps, and they were leading, so we were 6 behind the leaders. We've beaten them by 14 imps, which is going to be like 15-5, 16-4, something like that. Is it whole VPs? Whole VPs. Okay, so something like that. So we'll overtake them. Whether another team has overtaken us, I don't know. But we're now in a position where we haven't lost a match, and we just need to win the last one to be in the contention of winning the event, which is pretty good. I think we've played pretty well today. Like, some of our mistakes have been extra under tricks, which is the nice sort of mistake to make at teams, I guess. There was a 3N I can beat potentially. I'm not gonna put it up. There's been some good hands today. I think I've played better than yesterday. We've still had some disagreements. Here's the mistake that we potentially made on that set. I had queen 4th, 10-9, 8, stiff queen, queen's 5th, and partner opens a club, and they overcall 1 diamond. What is double and what is 1 spade? So do you always double with 4-4, or can you double with 4-3 and then just bid a spade when you're short in hearts or longer spades? It's probably better to have double as always 4-4, but it's not as frequent. So I doubled, thinking I don't really mind if partner bids 2 hearts and plays in 2 hearts. You're roughing in the shorthand. It might be okay anyway. As it was, the auction skyrocketed. They preempted in diamonds. Partner jumps to 4 diamonds. They bid 5 diamonds. I'm like, stop, and doubled. And partner had a different count on my hand. He was greedy. He played for 1100 and we made 200. So, but we still win imps on the board because we've overbid. You can see the whole hand. You see everyone's taking an action that's a bit aggressive, a bit like 1 too many bridge, and everyone's done 1 too many bridge. So we're at the 5 level before we know it. And the hand with diamonds is sacking because they thought their preemptor didn't have any defence, and the preemptor's got quite a lot of defence to the majors. So I think only Ben really had his bid on the hand. So I'm going to check the leaderboard. I think Magnus is looking over there, so let's have a wander. He's over there with Ryan Stevenson, a few people checking the scores. So, and if you like my new camera, this is not my camera necessarily, but my new stick to hold it is a lot steadier. So we are joint first. We're playing Andy Cope's team, Imogen, Harry and Natalie. So Andy Cope's a big fish, so hopefully we'll win that. Agnes is laughing, so yeah. Matt Brown is 6th, and the team we just beat are 3rd. We are 4 VPs ahead of them, so a decent size win in the last one, and no one beneath us winning 20-0 means we've got a chance. But yeah, so the team we've just beaten, they've won every match today. They just lost to us, and they're 3rd, and it's out of their hands. So if you lose one match in 6-8s, I think I prefer 8-6s to 6-8s, personally. I don't know. I think there might be triella restrictions, so if there are an odd number of teams, you kind of want an even number of rounds. So who knows? Anyway, we're done. I'm going for a meal afterwards with Rob and Julia. I know Paul Gibson's wife will be annoyed if I don't mention my eating on the day, but we're going for a meal with Rob and Julia before they go back to Scotland tomorrow, and that should be good. We were playing the win it to win it match, and I think we've got a negative set. I think my partner was a bit annoyed with themselves. There was a board where we can both beat a 3N, and me in the bidding, him on the lead at trick 1, and he made an anti-hand lead, and it was the wrong thing. But I could have raised his spades on ace doubleton, and then he would have led a spade, and I don't know. So my hand's this, and maybe it's right to do so. My hand was ace doubleton. Oh, you know it's right to do so because I've given you a hand. Ace doubleton 4 low, 2 low, king 10 9 5th, and they open a club on my left. Partner over calls a spade, and they bid 2 diamonds on my right. Now we're favourable. My clubs are poorly positioned. If there isn't a weak no trump on my left, my clubs are poorly positioned, and I only have 2 spades. So there's an argument for passing, but there's also an argument for raising to 2 spades because partner knows I'm limited. The danger is I don't really want partner to compete to 3 spades, but I do want partner to lead a spade against whatever they get to. No one's bid a major yet, so their most likely game is going to be 3 no trumps. And do I want partner to lead a spade against 3 no trumps? I do. So I passed, and I thought maybe I've got a chance to double a cubid later or something like that, and I didn't. It went 2N past 3N, and partner, full hands there, partner elected to lead a heart, thinking I can't have spades, but you know, with king X or ace X of spades, I'm not always raising, in fact, because I didn't here. You know, I could have the king or the ace of spades without the king of clubs, maybe with a worse club on, and I haven't got a 2 spade bid, and he needs to lead a spade anyway, so I don't know. I think I could have doubled 2 diamonds to show like 5 hearts and 2 spades. I haven't done that, so are we really beating at a heart lead? I don't know. And this is hard because if this came up on the first board of the event, you like shrug, and then we carry on and we still got a chance to win it. But it came up on the second to last board of the set when they'd already done 2 good things against us. So unless teammates have a big card, looks like a loss, I think. We have 1 good board, but I don't think we've got as many as we have negatives. I'm one, and I quite liked how it worked on the hand. I'm one for like over preempting in 3rd, you know that. And this was Andy Cope's hand. I don't know his exact shape, but he's something like 1-6-2-4, something like that. I can't remember his exact shape, but he's 6-4 in hearts and clubs, I think, and he's got ace king 9 to 6 hearts, and it's gone past to him, and he's favourable. There's so many different things you could open here, and he bid one that probably not even I would have done, and he opened 4 hearts. He looked at the colours and he looked at the amount of spades he had. I think, I don't know what went through his head. Maybe I'm putting things into his head. And he opened 4 hearts, and my partner's got a natural spade overcall. He can't find a takeout double. Hearts are 5-1, but spades doesn't make. So there's the full hand. I don't know if we've got anything on. Maybe 3N makes our way. I mean, we do have a 6-2 spade fit, I think. I actually don't know what Ben's hand was. I was dummy. But this bid again, it's a bit of a wild bid, and you know, they're young lads, Andy and Harry. Yeah, and they did a couple of things. They made a 4-card overcall as well. I can't read the situation quick enough, and I should duck a trick that I took. Also, I thought partner had 4 hearts, so when he doesn't turn it with 4 hearts again, yeah. So I don't think we've won this, and I think Ben's a bit disappointed. He shouldn't be. He's played really well today. I've really enjoyed it. Ben Norton's a good player. If he ever asks you for a game, you should say yes. I say that a lot with a lot of my partners, but I've had a good game today, and I think from a personal point of view, I've played better than I did yesterday. We bid every sum we needed to bid, sort of, that should make. We stayed out the ones that shouldn't, or even though teammates led it through. So there you go. We all like lead problems, don't we? Lead problems. This is, I can't remember the exact hand, Ben will correct me if I get it wrong, but something like queen to 3, queen to 5, singleton 4 low. It might be 2 low, 3 low. Something like that. You've got this hand on the top. Your honours, you've only got both major suit queens on. And there were many different auctions around the room on this board, but imagine you've got the auction, 2N past 6 diamonds, you're on lead. What do you lead? Which I think is the auction that we were potentially going to have, but there was a swing in this match, and this was match 4, was it? I think this is match 4, which we didn't get a report about. So what would you lead? Those of you who selected a spade, well done, you've lost 11 imps. Those selecting a club, well done, you've lost 11 imps. Need to hit a heart, and I think I would lead a spade on that auction, and there were some other auctions against our teammates. Dummy had shown clubs, so against that I would still lead a spade. I don't think I'm ever finding a heart unless partner has a chance to bid hearts, or if declare is maybe denied, like a heart control or something. So we lost 11 imps, there's a full hand. Ben and I stayed out of this. We tried to investigate scientifically rather than just punt it. We found out we were missing the ace king of hearts, and we signed off in 5 diamonds. So from a bridge purist point of view, we're in the best spot, but we lost 11 imps, so oops. And that's the end of it now. We are second, I think. We lost 12-8, but none of the teams below us won by enough. I'm just going to double check that just so you have completely accurate information. Yeah, we lost 12-8, so we are outright second, 4 VPs behind the team that just beat us. The swing was that swing. I don't want to labour the point. Other mistakes were made today. There was a big mistake in the first set. There was obviously teammates missed a chance to get a big penalty in this set, although we won on the board, we could have won by more. But you know, if, the board we lost the imps on was the board where if Ben leads a spade, we beat it. I don't think teammates are in game. The hand has opened a very thin one club, a pretty bad one club, but he was just going guns blazes to bid a lot. I think that's just his style. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It works. So well done, Andy Cope and team. Imogen, Natalie and Harry, they ended up winning today, but that's it for the Nottinghamshire Congress. The Ollie Cowan Nottingham Congress, not the Nottinghamshire Congress, that's a different event. So I'm just going to get a bit of a sweet thing to take, tide me over, keep me happy. I want to say bye to everyone. I'm going to go for a nice meal with with Rob and Julia. So I will see you all for the next event, which will be, I actually don't know, it's quite a while before I've got my next live bridge event, but you'll see it on the channel maybe in 4 days or so.